Time for the Sunday tasks. That was a worthwhile exercise. There was a lot of crud to clean off before I start trying to do the next step. But what I've got to do now is clean up the mess I made. Always clean up the mess you made. Otherwise be prepared to pay somebody else to clean up the mess you made. Don't expect others to do it just for free. Well, that's cleaned up satisfactorily. After the inside of that is dried off, the next step will be hitting some of this rust blast stuff. Yeah, the idea is to try and deal with all the rust on it. And down here I've got a can of anti-rust primer and a can of anti-rust top coat. So eventually this thing will end up with black semi-gloss with no rust, hopefully. But for that I need gloves, even though on the illustrations on the bottle there it shows people not using gloves. I think no. Rubber gloves, thank you. That's the sheet of polycarbonate I mentioned previously that I had. The plan for that is to lay it horizontally across near the bottom of that door there to stop small children pushing the wire out of the fixings. Well, I put the wire wheel on the angle grinder and cleaned up the outside of this thing, and then hit it with a can of, part of a can of rubberized undercoat. It's supposed to be anti-rust. So I'll let that dry. Then tomorrow I'll have a go at cleaning up the inside. But yeah, I figured I had to get a coat of something on quick after cleaning it up, otherwise it was just going to rust again overnight because the humidity here is so high. So we'll see how we go tomorrow. Well, I've come over today and hit it with the wire wheel inside and cleaned it up and hit it with the rubberized undercoat stuff, which I see I missed a bit at the corner here, but I'll hit it with another coat some other time. But yeah, it's done pretty well on the outside. Looks like it might be fairly robust stuff. But yeah, I'm starting to get hot again. That was very dirty work. I'll clean up another day. I've come back to cool down, and once I've cooled down I've got to sort out the bottom of this door. Oh, come on, let me hit. For some reason or other it started scraping at the bottom there. Don't know why. But got some emery paper in this box, so I shall get a strip of that, put it on the floor over here where there's a bit more gap, and then run the end of the door over it and drag it back to where it starts to contact a bit, put a filter on either end and swing the door backwards and forwards and see if I can grind a bit off the bottom of it. Can't think of a better solution at the moment that doesn't involve taking the door down, which is a bit of a bear because you've got to deal with the auto closer and 3 sets of hinges which are screwed on pretty bloody tight. So I'll try the emery cloth first. I think I might have mentioned using the polycarbonate sheet for doing the barriers on the doors lower down to keep small children from pushing the fly wire off. Well, Jabba didn't like that idea. She just wanted this wood. So, okay. So I've cut these 2 pieces. They should be the right size now, although I may have mismeasured that smaller one at the top there. That may be a centimetre too long. We'll see whether it still fits. Now I'm just going to clean them up and take them over and see about fitting them. So one done, but we have got the door jam issue at this end. So we're going to have to take a chamfer off there, but that's okay. We'll do that okay. So we're a bit about 140mm shy of closing, so just need to take an edge off. We have the tools. Meanwhile, Daddy's fitting the other one. Well, it's Friday and it's wet again. I was going to do more on that concrete mixer change shroud, but that would have been out in the rain, so that's been put on hold. Today's the 15th of the month. The 1st of March was the only day without rain so far. So we're what, 31 and 29, so 60, 75 days into the year, and we're a metre and a half of rain for the year so far. So yeah, wet season. Yeah, so this is going to be another short video. So the only notable thing other than the change shroud that's been worked on this week is putting these wooden panels on these two doors here to stop grandchildren pushing the insect screen off the door, because it's on the far side of this one and it's been pushed through there and it tears away at the edge. Same there, that's grandchildren wanting to go out pushing on the wire instead of the bars. So that's been fixed up. We thought, right, before it gets buggered up again, we've got to put the wood on. So that's been done, but I need to get something to refine the end here, because she might have caught herself on that and scratched her hand. Given the inclement weather, the only other thing I could work on really would be the switchboard here, where what I want to do is turn off all these lines to the other houses, pull the pair of wires out, tin the wires, getting a fresh end first if necessary, tin the wires so that we got an uncorroded end on it that I can put back in there and screw the terminals down hard, make sure we got a good connection. Because if I put a multimeter on the screws of the terminal this end, we've got the full 219, 217, 215, whatever volts, but at the far end we get something like 12. So there's bad connectivity somewhere. So start at this end. So if you don't get a video next week, it's because I screwed up when I was doing this and electrocuted myself. I don't really want to work on it with the board live, but yeah, it's fairly low risk and it's just too damned inconvenient to have this turned off unless absolutely necessary. So we'll see. But yeah, that'll be enough for this week, I think.